You were like, you would have banged my wife.
Well, he had expressed interest, and she'd shown interest, and so like, hey, you. Hey, how you doing, Eric? This is Bubba.
Bubba, I think you muted your mic.
I muted my mic.
Yeah, I think you did on accident.
I muted my mic.
Yeah.
No, how did I do that? Where's it? Where's
right
that?
there? See on mute, all the way to your left. Keep going, all the way to the other side.
Right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're muted.
Now, how do I unmute it?
You should just click on it and it.
Did I? Okay, hold on.
Oh, it says you're muted still, Bubba.
Okay, Macho Man's doing it. Okay. Macho Man's doing it. I can completely take over my life. Now I'm over here. Eric's looking at me. I'm looking at him. And,
superstar here waiting
exactly.
for us.
Hopefully Eric can hear us now. Hi, Eric.
Hey.
I was trying to blame you being 2 minutes late on you acting like a big-time superstar, but indeed it was my stupid ass who had my mic muted, so I apologize.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't sure if you were like in the middle of like finishing a segment, so I didn't say anything.
Well, we were in the middle of scrambling at really, to be honest with you, to get you because it's my I'm
now you're muted again.
I think he's messing with you, Bubba.
Am I muted again for real, or are you just screwing with? You're just screwing with me like you do.
I'm not. No, I'm not. You were muted for a second.
How can you tell I'm muted when you can answer my question? I got you.
No longer muted.
How you doing, Eric? Let me ask you a question. Now, that would be so cool. We should start a new thing called silent interviews, and you just yell real like when you tell somebody to F off, like you can read their lips, like. And that should be a new thing. Nah, it probably won't work. Hey, you know what? I do have. You probably don't know, but one of your early on guests, Akira. I found her. Did you know that I found her?
What do you mean you found her?
No. So I signed on with Stern in 2006, and we have to go down and do like every 3 months. We have to do a week's worth of show from New York, because our studios are usually in Tampa. So we go to the Hustler Club, and as soon as we get there, and she's dancing as like this 18, 19-year-old. And one of my producers was really, really rich because he owned voyeurdorm.com, and he just was hanging out with me. He had a lot of money, and he had a thing for Asians. So he paid her to come to Florida and be our show whore. And so she, for 2 years, was our show whore. Akira, and then Gina Lynn came in and did an interview.
This is a dark story, man. You covered me up.
I know. I mean, but it's very much on point for what you like.
We told them not to tell you.
I mean, this is stuff that you like. Yeah, show whores. I mean, you like that. Come on. And so she's our show whore, and she would just do whorish type things and on the streets. Well, then Gina Lynn came in and said, "Listen, my husband Travis can have sex with you, and we can make you a porn star." So her very first scene was with Gina Lynn and her husband Travis, and she became a porn star and left my show.
Wow. I want to write the script for the biopic.
Yeah. I mean, you can be in it, please.
I want her to be played by Jeff Goldblum. Blow everyone's mind. Who's that on your screensaver? Is that your family?
Who? No, we have fans send in pictures, and they just and we.
It'd be great if you had the R. Bud Dwyer suicide footage playing behind you.
Maybe the what's that? What's that?
Zapruder film.
The Zapruder film.
The Zapruder film. Yeah, you have Gaddafi's footage.
The Hindenburg blowing up. The twin. When the planes are hit. When the planes hit the Twin Towers, just that moment.
Yeah, 9/11 footage backwards.
Yeah, exactly. All of that. Just all of that. Then you throw in a couple of Man on the Moons and a couple. Then you throw in the space shuttle blowing up. Remember that? That
the Challenger. You talking about the Challenger?
Yeah, you throw the Challenger. I mean, if you're gonna go with the
I'm Floridian, man. That cuts deep.
I know.
You see me say out?
You were, I think, West Palm, right?
Boca Raton.
Boca Raton,
baby, where Seinfeld's fictional parents are from. I went to high school in West Palm Beach, though. We used to say West Palm
Was any of your girls Epstein? You know, because he liked to comb the high schools over there.
You know what? That's a good question, but I think I'm too old. I think he was in a different era, but he was very. I mean, like his house was very close to my high school.
Man, he was a monster, was he not? Please.
I think he's still alive.
You come from that side of the fence that he's still alive.
Elaine Maxwell didn't kill herself.
Well, she's still alive. I mean, but she's doing time, right?
She didn't kill herself.
I got to tell you, man, your teeth game is on point. I mean, even after maybe the resident. I mean,
they're dentures.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
I got rid of all my teeth.
You got
for cosmetic reasons.
Like you got like the Hollywood veneer gimmick. Is that what you got going on?
I just ripped all my teeth out.
I know. Do you have to? Are they implanted permanently, or do you got to like put in like a mouthpiece?
No, I wanted to be able to give prison blowjobs. Just as like,
I mean, I guess it just sets
a way for supplemental income.
Right. Yeah, and it's really a good. You know, when you do go to prison, who's going to beat the guy that gives giving free those out? Like that guy's going to be the
toothless blowjobs. I'll be the king of the cell.
I mean, you'll have the most in your commissary. You'll be running the joint.
I'll have a wallet full of cigarettes.
So anyway, Eric Andre, he'll be at the Ritz.
Are you coming? You're doing my show, right?
Well, now, yes, I am. But I have to ask.
That's a hard commitment. Don't flake.
He's nervous, Eric.
I'm not nervous. I'm Bubba the Love Sponge.
What are you nervous about?
Well, I'm not.
You want a Xanax?
I got so much of that stuff. I mean, I'll bring you what you need, buddy. I'll tell you that. I got everything. Okay. So
if you ask a Floridian for pills, oh my God, it's like a pharmacy in everyone's pockets down there.
Like, and like if you are a pill guy, we're so happy to give. Like, yeah, I got a perk with a Xanny chaser, no problem.
It's nice in Florida. You get to choose the dosage from the person you ask for it from.
No, but like, oh man,
you want a 10? You want a 20? What do you want?
Yeah, you want a 10, 20? You want a 10, 325? I got it, buddy. Non-generic, right here. Yeah. Now that's the thing I want to ask. First of all, I would recommend anybody to go to see the show because Eric's very talented. He's done a lot of stuff. His stand-up is great.
These shows are wild.
His shows are wild. That's what.
A lot of nudity, a lot of full frontal nudity.
But Eric, my question to you is: how did you pick me, and what am I going to do?
You're an all-time legend. You're an icon, and we have a Florida brotherhood, and also, I'm just going to interview you.
Okay, perfect. And let me tell you something. There's a bunch of, listen, you know all the dirt on me. I've done a lot of stuff, and I want to tell you,
you have an insane life.
I want to tell you. Nothing.
I'm surprised you're alive.
I know. I know.
Like, technically, you should be dead.
Because here's the deal, and you don't even know this. I've been on trial in Tampa, jury trial, 4 times. I'm 4-0. John Gotti only went on trial twice. I'm 4-0 with jury trials. So, but I want to tell you,
you have the longest Wikipedia I've ever seen. So I want to like John F. Kennedy's.
And I want to tell you this: don't be like, not that you would be. There's nothing out of bounds. Like you don't. I'm not going to go to you and say, "Hey, Eric, don't ask me about the Hogan sex tape," or "Hey, Eric, don't ask me about." You can ask me about anything. I don't care.
That is, if I start now, I'm never going to stop. So I'm like biting my.
Yeah, save your gotcha material for stage, bitch. Is what I'm saying.
What is the most high or drunk you ever were back in the day?
Oh, I didn't even start doing drugs until like 12 years ago.
And then did you go to the moon?
No, I'm at the moon every day. I mean, I'm literally there at the moon. I mean, like I'm halfway. Like, you know, my rocket ship left 3 hours ago. I mean, I'm halfway.
You're half in the bag.
Yeah, I'm half. Like, you know, I'm just starting to come into it right now. I mean, I'm really starting. It's really like a racer would say, my right rear is just starting to get hot right now. You know what I'm saying?
He's like a mogwai. He comes with very specific instructions on when he has to have his pills and how, and you can't get him wet after midnight. And there's a lot going on.
Yeah, we got a 2-4-6 regiment where I can't eat past 2 because my my pills that I take at 4 won't kick in till 6, and then I got to have 9 straight hours of sleep, and then I get up and I got a whole regimen I got to go through for that deal, and then it dials me right on in, and then I got to start winding it down and get decompressed at 1. Like, it's a whole thing.
I can't wait to look at your organs at your autopsy.
Oh, I'm not going to have an autopsy. I mean, when they.
What are you going to do? Burial at sea?
Well, I mean, somebody's going to probably end up blowing my head off. Is how I'm going to end up dying. I mean, I got great pill control. I mean, I'm never going to die that way, Lummy. I mean, please.
No.
I mean, I'm industrial strength. I'm the finest strain of Indiana white trash you can have.
Do you have any violent arch enemies?
Yes.
That you fear? Generally,
Yes, very, very much
you have
so.
There's some guys that you're like, if this guy runs into me, he will try to kill me.
But it also, I would kill him too. Like, I want to kill him as much as he wants to kill me. So, bitch, you know what? I roll around with one of those Judge handguns that shoots 410 shotgun loads. So, bitch, you better hope that my shotgun load doesn't get to your face before your stupid ass handgun load gets to my fat gut, because my fat gut will repel your hollow point, bitch, and shotguns don't miss. So,
Eric, do you have anybody?
You're like Hunter S. Thompson.
Do you have anybody that you're afraid of that you messed with in the past on your show or something like that? That you're like, oh man, I can never see that person again in Hollywood.
I think Chet Hanks wants to beat me up, but I can't remember why.
I think you talked a bunch of crap about him.
Because the music sucked?
I don't know, but like last
Not a
time
fan of White
somebody
Boy
fucked
Summer?
me up on a red carpet, he was like, "I'll kill that son of a bitch."
I don't think Chet Hanks could beat
What
you.
did I do?
I don't think Chet. You got to worry about that pussy. I mean, like you physically, I got to think you ain't got to worry about. He's like a little puss,
Yeah, I don't.
And meanwhile,
I don't
you
really
already
wanna
got
fight.
you already got your brass knuckle starter kit. Look at that 2-ring deal
My
right
knuckle
there.
duster?
I mean,
I'm waiting for him.
but you need one a little more. Florida, a nice big old hill country boy from Plant City could survive that. You need a 4 across the 4. You need a 4 knuckle. If you're coming to Florida, you got to have 4 knuckles deep. You know that.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I get in an Eric question before this gets out of control?
Yeah. It's not going to get out of control. We both admire each other. I love this guy.
Eric, I just want to know, man, I know this is a vague question, but I'm fascinated because I love Danny McBride and all of his shows. What was it like when you were on Righteous Gemstones? And I'm like, how much freedom did you have with that character?
Those guys are the best. I had total freedom. They are like so nice and polite and nurturing and fun to be around and creative and smart. They're like the best crew. They like moved their whole production to Charleston, South Carolina, which I don't know if you've been out there. It's like one of the most fun towns. I call it clean New Orleans. It's just such a great food town, drinking town.
We used to be syndicated for 13 years in Charleston, South Carolina, till one of my producers sent a best of show that had 17 Fs in it, and we got thrown out.
It's awesome out there. So like those guys are awesome.
So is Dan, I mean, and I'm not trying to be the standard radio guy from Grand Rapids and ask you Danny McBride questions, but I mean, huge Danny. I mean, if you're not everybody I know is a Danny McBride fan. Is he really, as just a regular dude, just like you and I, just a regular? Is he as funny in real life as he is in character?
He is the most down to earth, cool, funny, smart guy. He's the best.
Does he ever, like when he's just rolling around, turn into Kenny Powers? Like, he'll do a Kenny Powers type deal?
He has a little Kenny Powers in him, but like, but he Kenny Powers is like a bully and like, has a lot of darkness. Like Danny is like all light. He radiates golden light. He's just so sweet.
Were you nervous around John Goodman or anything?
Oh yeah. We would go to dinner all the time. John Goodman's the man.
Oh, he's like old school royalty almost. Like, he's like Hollywood grit. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, he is the fucking best. I just lost my train of thought.
Plus, he had
Big Lebowski's my favorite John Goodman.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's done so many.
Work of art.
He's done so. So let's talk about. We have something that you've never done before. I know that you've done a bunch of radio shows and things like that. Most radio guys are stupid and suck, aren't nearly as talented as I am. But and so I would only come up with something this brilliant. Actually, my producers thought of it, and that is, we're gonna buy a pair of tickets to your show. And, because that's at the end of the day, man, we're trying to sell some tickets for the Rich Show next Friday, June 7th. Get your tickets. Show times, I think, 8, something around there, Eric, 8.
Yep.
It's a good venue, 1,500 or so seat venue, not a bad seat in a house. Eric's going to do a show. I guess I'm going to be part of something. So hopefully, I'm not like getting peed on or a cake in the face or anything like that. You know?
Come on.
So anyway, my producers, I want to buy a set of tickets and give away, not have you comp them. I want to buy them, but we have it's on contingent on one thing. And it's a trivia contest, and we ask you 3 questions about yourself. How about that one? Nobody's ever done that one for you, have they now, buddy? Exactly, with that hair on point. Look at that hair.
He's beside himself.
Look at that hair. Look at that hair.
Hair, it's a merkin. It's a pubic wig.
Look at that thing. My God, you look great as
You
hell.
borrow it anytime you want.
And if you really went out for a blowout, like a blow dry out, where you go to the beauty salon and they blow it out, oh man, you'd have like that 75 JJ Walker fro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, totally. I don't mind.
Yeah, you could bring the fro back, like the real big picked out fro.
You should see my pubes.
Really? You're not a clean shaven guy?
No, it looks like I got Lenny Kravitz in a leg lock down there. There's dreadlock.
Have you? My sister, she is crazy over Lenny Kravitz's new video. Have you seen his new video where he's like in a bathtub and stuff?
The guy's 60 years old and he has abs.
I mean, he looks like
over the age of 22 years old has abs.
He's got to be on Roger Clemens type growth. I mean, I'm telling you,
there's no way you can be 60 and have abs.
I know, and my guy looks and he's straight money. Think about how much ass he gets. My God.
It's got to be a line out the door.
I wonder who gets the most. I wonder what you think. Leonardo DiCaprio gets the most ass in Hollywood still. Do you think?
Yeah, probably.
I heard that Lenny doesn't shower though.
Yeah, I did meet Lenny one time back in the '90s in Tyson's Corner, Washington D.C. at a radio convention, and he had the worst body odor of any human being ever. Like it was the worst. It was like you know how you. Like sometimes body odor kind of like smells locker roomish, but other time it's like repugnant. Like it's just like, wow, did this guy roll and poop before he got here?
Him and Matthew McConaughey.
It's a hippie patchouli, like natural deodorant, like this salt ball you get at Whole Foods kind of phase. But I met him recently, last week, randomly, not intentionally.
You met Lenny Kravitz randomly last week.
In Paris. He had his 60th birthday party, and I just waltzed into some hotel and I met him. He was very nice, but he did not smell like a barnyard. He smelled wonderful.
And I bet he had the finest French bitches just at his every beckoning call.
It was like a harem of beautiful French women all around.
Looked like a Louis Vuitton fashion show. You know what I'm saying?
It's insane.
You're not a Louis, like some African American guys are like Louis Vuitton guys. You know, I know my buddy Dion.
No, I don't wear sunglasses at night.
Yeah.
I'm from Boca Raton. I got all my clothes at Goodwill.
Now, when did you officially move out of Florida? For did you stay? Were you here all as a kid, a teenager?
When I went to college in Boston, I went to a jazz school in Boston.
You did?
Yeah.
And so that's what got you out. Now, what do you play an instrument? Was it just how to?
Yeah, I play bass, stand-up bass.
And that's but the easiest. Isn't that kind of the easiest? Like only have to hit 4 chords.
Oh, it's one of the hardest.
Really? Because they always look like they put the big fat dumb guy on the bass. I mean, I'm just saying, like Gene Simmons.
It requires.
Oh, you're talking about one of those like old school, like a Stray Cat 20s bass.
Yeah, stand-up bass.
Yeah, the double bass.
Oh, I got to see you on that there, Eric. Come on now. I got to see you. You're going to be slapping the bass for the concert?
I'll be slapping the bass. I won't be slapping it at the show, but I'll be slapping the bass at home.
Oh, I bet you do. Romantically, let's talk about that. Like romantically, like who you like, are you publicly involved with like a real hottie, or are you just like got a bunch do you got groupies in every city? I'm thinking 4 or 5 deep. I am.
I'm celibate. I chemically castrated myself.
Really? I wish I would have done that. It would have saved me millions of dollars over the years. Wouldn't it be cool if you could chemically castrate yourself and be like, I'm going to take this pill and it's going to make me not to want to have sex with girls anymore, and I'm going to save all that money? Because think about the money that we've wasted on what? Trying to get laid, trying to impress a chick. You get a new car, get a big house, buy an airplane, buy a racetrack. Right.
Chop them up. Be a eunuch.
I got a vasectomy, but that's still I still have the drive and the desire to blast a girl.
Got a vasectomy, so you're shooting blank. How many kids you got?
Just one, and after that one, I was like, man, I'll never get cornered again. I got to make sure, because I like to blast a lot of chicks when I'm single, and so I don't want one of these coming back on me.
He's got a sex slave.
I don't have.
You're one and done.
Yeah, just one kid, who doesn't have a relationship with me and who I cry myself to sleep every night about. But that's another here nor there.
So the trivia.
Wow, you didn't want any more.
No, I mean, I liked if I was with a woman that loved me for me, and went through the good times.
What's your longest relationship?
The one that banged Hogan.
The one that he's in now?
Probably the one I'm in now. But prior to that
so wait, it was the woman you're dating now. Is she gonna bang Hulk Hogan?
No, she didn't know.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake this time.
No. She's right to Greg Hammer Valentine. She's over at Kevin Nash's house right now.
Wait, why did your wife bang Hogan?
Because it's just,
He was into it, Eric.
Eric is boys, man. Boys just hanging out.
Listen,
you're a cuckold.
No,
Yes.
no, I'm not. If I'm a cuckold, then I would want to do it all the time. It was just,
It was a one and done thing?
No, it was a 3 and done thing, but I mean, I'm just...
One tape got out.
So your wife was like, I want to fuck Hulk Hogan
easy.
in front of you?
Yeah, well, yeah, we had that discussion.
Well,
sure.
wasn't it fun? He was in the office.
What's that?
Sorry, just dropping F-bombs.
Yeah, I dumped it. Don't worry about it.
Bubba wasn't in the room.
I wasn't in the room, and I was
buying go-kart parts.
I was trying to help out my buddy.
I thought you were filming. I thought you were the camera.
No, the camera was surveillance that I'd set up years ago.
Oh, I thought you were filming it.
You thought I was Johnny Ron. You thought I was Johnny.
I thought you were a journalist for Gawker.
See,
that would have been better.
Everybody has this so effed up. The world doesn't know how bad I got screwed. No, it was part of my surveillance tape, and then an employee stole my tape and shopped it to Gawker and got me fired. Yeah, that's how messed up it is.
Wait, so your wife was cheating on you with Hulk Hogan?
No, I allowed it because he was going through a tough time, needed some hot ass. That's what a good friends do. Say, hey,
You were like, you would have banged my wife.
Well, he had expressed interest, and she'd shown interest, and so hey,
Eric's not coming to Tampa.
That's not the rules.
Welcome to
You can't be like, I'm going through a tough time. Man, my friend Steve, his wife is smoking hot. Steve, I have a hot wife. You mind if I, play
if you're Eric Andre, maybe one answer might be one way, but when you're Hulk Hogan and you're making that call, I mean, come on, you got to help the world's greatest.
You and your wife were like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Well, I mean, kind of.
That's Hulk Hogan.
You sit here and judge my kinkiness. I was a little kinky back then.
No, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging. I think it's actually very progressive.
Yeah,
I'm like,
but here's the deal. I wasn't Johnny Ron Howard film guy right there. I wasn't there.
I thought you were filming it and working with Gawker. And
no.
I thought you guys were making a porno.
No, I wish.
Oh, then have I got a documentary coming out for you, my friend?
Yeah, I got a documentary, Andre, called Video. I probably shouldn't say what it's called. Yeah, because the documentary guys get so mad at me. But I got this documentary that lays it all out, because the average person like you thinks that I was Ron Howard with my little camera up in there.
That's what I thought it was.
No.
Wait, and then you stooped Hulk Hogan's wife afterwards?
No, I wish.
That's what I read.
No.
Oh man, that's out there that you banged Linda.
Hold on, you read that we did a swap.
I read that you banged Hulk Hogan's wife.
Yeah, Linda.
I wish.
That's awesome.
I would at least gotten something out of my losing my job and my house and my I lost it. That
dignity.
That sex tape cost I lost everything because of it.
Really?
Yes.
Why? Why did you lose everything?
Because I got fired from all my radio jobs, and I mean,
For what reason?
Who wants the guy that did that let his wife blast Hulk Hogan as your morning guy?
I do.
Well, I mean, back into yeah, I know. The answer is I do. I want that shady son of a bitch. He's probably going to be way funnier than the next guy. But instead, Eric, the guy that stole it got my job. The guy that stole the tape is the guy that. Yes, and he's still there today.
Stole the tape? Was he a disgruntled employee or something?
I had an employee that worked for me that stole the tape out of my desk. He then shopped.
And then the guy that made PayPal sued Gawker?
No. Then he gives it to this other
Peter O'Toole or whatever his name was?
Peter. Yeah, I think it's Peter. Was it
I think
Peter?
it is Peter
Yeah, I think
O'Toole.
it is Peter O'Toole. And no, he just financed Hogan's trial. He just financed it because Hogan didn't have enough money to hire a real powerful law firm because he was down on his dumps. Don't you think I should have got some of that money? That's my tape.
I thought you and Hogan went to the thing together.
Yeah, meanwhile, Hogan hates me more than anything in the world. I haven't talked to him since 2012. And the guy that sold the tape, this is going to, hold on, you being a huge Howard Stern fan, this is going to blow your mind. Howard Stern's agent, Don Buchwald, that office is the one that negotiated with Gawker.
This is all like crazy to me. So that really that turned your world upside down because I thought that
done.
I thought that was like a big. I thought it was like good press for you.
No, I mean, think about it. It's on the surface. Guy films his wife, having sex with Hogan, and then tries to extort Hogan for $1 million. That guy's a scumbag. We don't want him on our show. Fire him. Instead,
oh wait, did you try to extort Hogan?
Yes, they tried to extort Hogan. It was a big.
Not Bubba. Bubba didn't do the extortion.
No. The people that stole the people that stole the tape tried to extort Hogan for $1 million, and the FBI arrested them, but then wouldn't prosecute them because I was the victim. And they're like, Bubba the Love Sponge doesn't make for a good victim, so they let the guys who stole it and extorted Hogan away. They let him off. Let him go.
I feel like we've learned so much about Eric on this interview.
Yes, we have.
No, I feel like I just wrote his show for next Friday. Hey, we got to get to the trivia. Enough about me. Enough about me. Let's talk about you.
This is according to the internet. If you know these 3 questions, then I will buy. I'll up it. If you get all 3 right, I'll buy 2 pair of tickets to give away.
4 tickets.
4 tickets total, and they're very reasonably priced. Don't be cheap, everybody. They're not like $150 a ticket. It's $50 a copy plus the fees or whatever.
And this guy's
good
funny.
deal. It's going to be an all-night show, worth your money at the Ritz in Ybor. Great venue. First question. What is the name of the Blarf song that has been said to have broken up the original band?
I Love Abortion.
Yes.
I love that you know that.
Oh, hold on now. See, we're going deep, bitch. We're going knuckles deep. We're almost
How do
fit.
you know that?
And that should show you, man. This is a real show right here, Bubba the Love Sponge. I'm telling you.
That's a deep
not
cut.
only did he not tape his wife, and he ruined his life. Did he not? That almost rhymes. He did not tape his wife, but it ruined his life. All right, next question.
Question number 2.
Question
and
number
you're
2.
going to get this one. What is your code word when you need medical attention on set?
I don't know. Hold on. Stop.
Popcorn.
I don't know that we should say that because people might start blurting it out at the gig, Brian.
Well,
It's on the internet.
I think he has to say it.
Oh.
It's only when it's not when I need medical attention. It's when I'm pranking someone and they have a knife or a gun or they're about to.
It's going right. It's not going good.
How many times have you had to popcorn?
Several times.
Is there usually at least a
guy
pop?
almost broke a bottle over me.
Is there usually a 1 popcorn per show? Do you usually average that?
Yeah, it's 1 popcorn per show.
And if you don't get a popcorn, you probably feel as if you didn't really quite go as deep as you could have.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have talked me out of getting my jaw broken on camera.
So, who do you scream popcorn to? Your security, or just your handlers?
Security, or if there's like an AD close by, anybody on a walkie.
Yeah, popcorn. This is Eric. Popcorn.
Yeah,
popcorn. All right. Final question. If he gets it right, we buy 4 total tickets.
And this one isn't totally fair, but I want to see if he's ever Googled himself. But what does the internet say your net worth is?
Oh.
See, I think he could
It's
miss.
always way wrong. It's always way wrong.
They say I'm worth $5 million, and I mean I barely have $200 in my savings account.
I
I mean, I literally, I gotta sometimes worry whether my credit card is gonna get declined at the gas pump. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, can I afford a $75 fill-up? I don't know if I got that kind of leeway on my card.
As an alternative, what did you tell Howard you ended up making on Bad Trip?
Oh, I think I said 17,000.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
He nailed it. Eric Andre knows Eric Andre.
He does. I like this dude. I really do.
He got all three.
So no, Eric. How about this?
Two sets of tickets.
We're gonna. Look at that! Oh my God!
Cool.
Now, do you do that to yourself? Do you got somebody chiming in and running the controls for you? Which one?
No, when you do certain hand symbols now, they come up like.
So if I did the same thing,
well, no, he's got.
Yeah. It has to be on. It has to be on.
He's got me look like a real stupid idiot right now.
Look. See?
No, but not for me. Like, it's not doing anything for me.
Well, because we don't have it set up, Bubba.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think I have to set it up.
My producers don't have the devil rain.
You should stop, Bubba. It doesn't look good at all.
Sorry, I didn't think we were going to have any screen effects for your interview. So.
I'm sorry. Oh, what's it? Now, what does this get us? What does this get us?
He's just making faces at you now.
He's just now.
I'm just smoking joints with my eyes.
Yeah, there you go. So listen to this. I think we've had a pretty good little bonding here. I really like you. I'm excited to be on your show. I'm
in Berlin right now. I wish you were with. I'm going to a bunch of sex clubs in Berlin right now.
You got me all wrong. Like, I've really my sexual barometer has completely changed since the good old days. Okay, you know.
I'm getting you. I'm buying Viagra off some sketchy Russian guy tonight, and.
If you need Viagra, man, I got these ones from Canada that they throw in a little bit of like like it's Viagra with some Xanax mixed into it, so it desensitizes you, so you're hard, but you can go longer. Yeah, I got some of that black market stuff. You want some? I'll bring it. Oh yeah.
Hook it up.
But you got to take a couple Tylenols with you because you'll get a little bit of a headache. You know what I'm saying?
It will kill you.
Eric Andre dies in Tampa in a Jim Morrison type bathtub penis hard gimmick story. So what I'm saying is this: I like you, I really do, and I would
I'd let you screw my wife.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Is this the proposition? Are you about to make an indecent proposal?
No.
I will.
No.
I will.
How much will you pay? How much will you pay for
Shut
that?
up, Eric. Listen.
$50. I'll send you my Venmo.
Like back in the day, I used to have Tucker Carlson on every Tuesdays. You know, now we have some different guests every once in a while. Can we make you once a month or so call in and check on you just to see? Because listen, I'm digging you.
I would love to, but only if I get to bang Tucker Carlson's wife.
Well, oddly enough, Tucker doesn't talk to me anymore because the Media Matters recorded like 5 years of my show and took every one of his appearances out of context and tried to get him fired over the deal. So Tucker's not too happy with me right now. No. And so, but
I'm burning bridges all over.
I'm thinking you and I cutting it up once a month, just seeing how the world of Eric Andre is doing, and more great global stories that we could get from you from time to time.
Anytime.
Eric, I wanted to ask one more question before we let you go, if that's all right. The internet's curious. I'm curious. I love this lost media stuff. Are we ever going to see that demo pilot episode that you put together of the Eric Andre show? Because there's been a couple of references, but it really there's nowhere to see it.
I have it. I could post it.
You need to, Eric. You stingy son of a bitch. I mean, people are clamoring for it.
I have to see if there's. It's kind of illegal. Like, we did pranks where we didn't get any releases signed.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't seen anybody go to jail for not having a 2257. Please, come on now, brother.
Yeah, it's probably fine. I can post it.
Is it true that you spent a year teaching yourself Final Cut to put it all together?
Yeah. I bought Final Cut for Dummies, and it took me a year to put together a 7-minute sizzle reel.
That's awesome.
But now you're probably pretty proficient. I mean, now, right? Or you got people. You probably pay people.
Now I hire editors.
Right, exactly. You can get an editor in India for like $5 an hour. You know what I'm saying? On Fiverr. Don't you go to Fiverr or something like that? They'll make a logo and edit up your whole video for like $8 or something.
Well, that's not what rich people do, Bubba. That's what poor people who lost everything do.
I'm sorry. Poor people who lost their wife and their job to Hulk Hogan. So. Anyway,
my celebrity net worth is $17,000 a year.
If you're curious, it's $4 million.
It is $4 million. You're worth $4 million.
I wish.
Now, are you going to be having a fancy tour bus for this tour? Like, do you got like a badass tour bus where you can bring the groupies on?
I stopped doing the tour bus because I can't sleep on them.
Because you know why? Because when you're sitting there sleeping, you're thinking if the driver falls asleep, we're gonna go off the cliff.
Happened to my buddy of mine who was in a band. The driver fell asleep in the Rocky Mountains in a very icy street. The driver's practically a vegetable. Like, crashed the tour bus. He got smushed. My friend's arm. He's a guitarist, and like he didn't ever regain full.
Because the guys are all back there in the bunk beds, and so they're just like a big accordion.
They got rocked. The
Right.
drummer was like mincemeat. He was like in a wheelchair for a while. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's probably just easier to rent a car.
Dangerous, and I get horrible sleep on them, and I stopped doing them after the first tour. I just fly, or I'll rent a
jet.
Just like a rental system.
I mean, you rent a jet because you're like that's how you roll. A
jet?
Yeah. Or at least
I'm like middle seat on Spirit Air.
We're gonna have to pick him up from the airport, Bubba.
Hey,
yeah.
so
I have like 3 connecting flights through Des Moines and Cleveland,
Grand Rapids. Man, sorry, Eric's getting delayed out of Grand Rapids. So anyway, listen, Friday in Tampa, then Saturday in Orlando. By the way, we're heard in Orlando as well, and he'll be at the Plaza Live on Saturday in Orlando. Then he goes Sunday to Miami. Man, they got you booked nice. You're making some good grip, buddy. I'm telling you. You got a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then you have a day off. Then you got a Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Bitch, I mean, that's for rock stars that are making money. I'm telling you.
Let's go. Let's sell some tickets.
Let's do it. Hey, and so I just want to make sure that we are clear. After, if things go good, next Friday with me and you like me and I like you, that from time to time you'll call the show and check in and we'll just cut it up a little bit.
Of course.
Perfect. Eric Andre next Friday at the Ritz. I'm going to be there. Not that matters.
Check out his comedy show, Legalize Everything, on Netflix. Hilarious.
Oh, it is.
Bad Trip, one of the best.
Is that from like 2012?
Bad Trip is 2000. Well, it came out in 2021. It was supposed to come out in 2020.
I thought what was from 12 that Eric shot? I thought Eric shot something from
when he started shooting the
Eric Andre show started in 2012.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, no, but Bad Trip is hilarious, man. I just want to tell you, one of the greatest pieces of cinema I've seen in terms of comedy.
Oh, thank you.
That scene when Tiffany Haddish rolls out of the from being locked up, and that poor brother who's sitting there watching her, and he doesn't know what to do. You can see the conflict, like the human side of things in that movie is what I think a lot of people miss out on. Is like you put people into situations that are very difficult,
very stressful,
and seeing their reactions and the natural inclination of humans to want to help another human, even when they're it's amazing.
Anyway, Eric.
Totally.
Hey, buddy. Really big fans over here, Eric.
Huge fans, as you can see. Appreciate I mean, we went deep with you today, bitch. We're not the standard Grand Rapids free beer and hot wings show. You know it now. So I expect a little more respect, okay? Thank you. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys.
He invited you to do his show with him, Bubba.
I'm just messing with the guy. Cutting it up, man. Bitch, with that hair and those perfect teeth made for oral in the prison. I love him. Eric, I'll see you next Friday, and then all next week we'll promote the show and give away. We're actually gonna buy some more seats to give away as well. That's how much we want to support the show.
Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
And maybe let me make sure we have all Eric's information, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. And we're gonna it's next Friday at the Ritz, and we'll start handing out tickets probably tomorrow. Okay.
Perfect.
Eric,
awesome.
Appreciate you, bud. Thank you.
All right, Bubba. Thanks, y'all.
All right, now thanks.
Appreciate it.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.